Hello, everyone. Dr. Victoria Skirbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. And as I promised, we're going to be doing the Numerology and Kabbalah of November 2020, and then we will do the astrology either a little bit later today or we'll do it tomorrow. So let's take a look at what's going on in the month of November. Today is actually November 2nd. And I'm going to share my my screen with you. Okay, here we go. All right, so we're looking at November, and I picked this picture because November is. Hold on one second. I apologize. Just Mercury retrograde moments, folks. It's very intense. Mercury retrograde is square my Saturn. So getting things done has been a challenge. Okay, so I chose this picture because it feels very November to me. November here in the East Coast of the U.S., we generally lose all our leaves between the beginning or the end to the end of November. It is a time of really sort of evaluating if you have enough to get through the cold, challenging winter. And but what I do like about November skies is that when there is light, because oftentimes November is a time when we have a lot of cloud cover here, but there's a starkness and there's a ability to see the structure of things. And everybody knows I'm a great lover of trees, seeing that I work with the tree of life and they're surrounded by trees. When there's no leaves on the trees remind me of neurons. Of course, being a chiropractor and a diplomate in neurology, I studied a lot of neurology. And I often feel like the trees are the neurons between heaven and earth, and our connection to heaven. So there's a special meaning for me in November. So let's take a look at the numerology. We'll start with the numerology of November. Of course, every month, as we do, we look at the vibration of the month, the actual month, which in November is an 11 vibration, and 11 is the spiritual light messenger. I get this information from Spiritual Light Vibrations by Jean. And she says the pathway is often hidden, and one must learn experiences not only in the outer world, but also in the inner world as well. This is a high vibration and needs to keep balanced and centered at all times. The tendency to swing from high to low, spirit to material, and practical to impractical. Well, there is a tendency, it should say. The 11 is an idealist in that it can see both the broad picture of perfection through revelations and intuition, but must avoid getting caught up in nitpicking details. So this is a vibration that we're all sort of navigating this month, the 11 vibration. And so we can find ourselves being all of these things and having these giant swings. And it really is a balancing act. We're going to be going through a balancing act this month. If you add the monthly vibration 11 to the universal year 4, the universal year, the basic meaning of a 4 represents the form on the material plane. It takes an idea and builds the form and makes it concrete and practical. So 2020 has needed to be about just that. Hard work is the experience of the 4 as it manifests the idea of practical reality. discipline, cooperation, and harmony. How are we doing on that, folks? Discipline, cooperation, harmony, dependability, and responsibility are attributes of the four. The ultimate goal of the four is to organize, establish order, and bring ideas and plans into concrete form. When we add these two vibrations together, we get a third vibration. This is the 15-6 vibration. You must never disregard your own feelings. Look beneath the surface to see the situation as it really is, and make the changes necessary to put things in order. Perception and evaluation are keywords at this time. Responsibility to people, things, or circumstances could either limit you or set you free. Learn to understand the balance between freedom and responsibility by understanding the truth about detachment and the meaning of change. Be prepared to put in order whatever comes to you in some meaningful pattern. And so this 15-6 vibration is really about responsibility to yourself and to others. It is about planning. It is about the need to make changes that are necessary. And to really keep things light, actually, even though this sounds like very heavy energy, it actually is very heavy. But lightness is a way to navigate this vibration. So this 15-6 vibration, of course, is the devil card in the tarot. It is associated with the sign of Capricorn. Now we have to remember that we have Pallas Athena, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto all in Capricorn in the month of November. And all of them are moving in direct motion. They've spent a lot of the year moving backwards together, actually. But now they're all moving direct. And so the need to be Capricorn, the need to organize, the need to create structures that will sustain you is very important at this time. This is found on the 26th path on the Tree of Life. It mediates between Tiphereth, our higher consciousness, spiritual truth, and beauty manifested on earth, and Hod, the thinking mind. This is called the renewing intelligence in Kabbalah, the knowledge of unity. So the renewing intelligence is the understanding that we are all one. The veil here, which is the false, right? What's false? What's veiled is what is thought of, but is not necessarily true. A separate Lord prevails over darkness. So that's the veil. This is also a devil card. This is from the Thoth deck. The mystery here, the mystery on this path, is God and the devil are revealed by reflection. As humanity changes, so do the conceptions of God and the devil. Faith and science must work together, holding a sublime balance to produce a new reality for humankind. This is from Tower of the Soul by Pamela Eakins. The divinatory meaning of this card. The closer you get to your own truth, the more you perceive contradictions. The key to understanding is to see things from a new perspective, accepting the presence of paradox in your life, and you will realize your own truth. Celebrate life, laugh, play, dance upon the earth. Enjoy the material, but do not become a slave to it. Bondage results from too much concentration on material success. Stay attuned to matters of the heart and spirit. And so we can see here in this devil card, which is from Tarot of the Spirit by Pamela Eakins, these people are loosely bonded to this cube and the darkness around it. This is symbolic of the earth plane. And yet they don't stand in the darkness. They are chained to it, but they can remove their chains if they wish. they're actually in a lighter vibration here with this blue. So this is spiritual vibration. Blue usually symbolic of spirit, spiritual. Um, and so we can see that the devil is, while it is connected to the light, it is not really, where it's connected to the darkness, it is not all darkness. After all, Lucifer was the light bringer, was he not? A confrontation with the devil, whether internal or external, should alert us to the fact that it is time to change our attitude. So that includes our own inner demons. And also, if you see somebody in the outer world and you call them the devil, then there's something in the outer world that needs to change. This path involves coming to terms with the contradictions we experience between ourselves as matter and our material needs and ourselves as spirit. It doesn't have to be diametrically opposed to each other. They can be in alignment with one another. Somehow we must unify these two parts of ourselves. And here we have the Hebrew letter Ein, meaning I, which is associated with this path. And we can see right here, this is where the path sits on the tree of life. This is Hod, the thinking mind, and this is Tiphareth, beauty, okay? The higher self, our spiritual self. And we can see here on this which chakras are being activated. The path is right here. We're activating the heart chakra, Anahata, and we're activating the navel chakra. Now, this is a path that we have actually been moving along this path of connecting the higher and the lower self for the last 3 months. In October, in September, we were on this 13-4 path. Right, 13-4, connecting Netzach to Tiphareth, Venus to the sun. In October, we were on the 14-5 path, connecting Yesod to Tiphareth, the sacral chakra to the heart chakra. And here we are again, bridging the path between the higher and the lower self with Hod, which is Mercury, and the sun. So this is our relationships, our heart, what we value. This is how we feel, our emotional intelligence, and this is our mental acuity, our mental intelligence, all connecting to Tiphareth. So these last 3 months have been a journey connecting the lower self to the higher self. And that journey aligns us with spirit so that spirit can work through our will, and our will becomes a crystal clear channel for spirit. And we can see here the 2 chakras being activated this month are the solar plexus and the heart. Manipura, this is the solar plexus chakra. Manipura means lustrous gem. The element here is fire. The purpose is transformation. So the purpose of our solar plexus, one of the chakras that forms when we incarnate, the lower 3 chakras in form when we incarnate so that we can work within the physical world. And so it's important that these chakras function in a healthy way. And it's also very important that these chakras are connected to our higher chakras, starting with Tiphareth, which is what the last 2 months and this month are really asking us to do. The issues here are energy, activity, autonomy, individuation, will, self-esteem, proactivity, and power. Power is our power chakra, power on the earthly plane. Our identity here is our ego identity. Who are we? What do we want to accomplish in this lifetime? on this planet. The orientation here is self-definition. That's why it's connected to our autonomy. That's hard to say. The demon here is shame. And the basic right is the right to act and to be an individual. And this is the other chakra activated through this path, the heart chakra. Okay. Anahata. So the heart chakra, Anahata, means unstruck. The element here is air. The purpose is love and balance. And our identity here is our social identity, how we relate to others. Issues are love, balance, self-love, relationship, intimacy, animus, devotion, reaching out and taking in. The give and take, that is the heart chakra. Our orientation is self-acceptance and acceptance of others. So it's all about love in the heart chakra. The demon is grief, and our basic right is to love and be loved. So these issues, these energies are the energies that will come up this month for us as we navigate the relatively treacherous waters that we are navigating this month. Okay, so the next thing is the astrology of November, but I'm going to leave that to a separate video. So if you have any questions about what we've seen here, feel free to ask below. You can email me. There'll be a link for that if you have questions. If this intrigues you, if this numerology stuff and stuff, if this numerology study and the study of the Kabbalah intrigues you, I will be starting a beginner's class on astrology, not astrology. Yes, astrology, that's happening too, but on Kabbalah and how I work with the Kabbalah. So if you're interested in that, I will make an announcement on the dates for that. And you can be part of that if you wish. It'll be a Zoom class. And I'm probably going to limit it to 10 to 12 people to start. We'll see how that goes. I might have to have a couple of classes, but I'll let you know on that as soon as I select a date. But that will be starting January 2021. All right, guys, I hope you like that. Like and subscribe. Many, many blessings to you all. Love you. Namaste.